I am an impressionable person. For the same reason I don't use modern gadgets much. Because they scare the hell out of me. What can I say? I'm the only one in the house who still has an old phone in the apartment. I have a red one with a dial pad. You could even say it's an antique. Rarely, but my sister calls the phone. Probably to please me somehow and prove the necessity of this apparatus in the 21st century. But more recently, everything has changed. At night I am awakened by a loud phone call. And we all know what a call at such an unusual time can mean. With a heavy heart, I got out from under the covers, put on my slippers and shuffled to the phone. This device was in the hallway, and because of my age I now do this way not quickly. In the meantime, the phone rattled all over the house. Most importantly, the ringing was uncharacteristic. It was endless, frozen on a single high note. It didn't sound like a long-distance call, either. I picked up the phone, but I felt a little nervous. I think, who? It's you. The voice on the phone was hoarse and metallic, unlike the voice of a normal person. It's like it's been run through a modulator. You. I'm calling for you. And then I heard a hysterical, husky laugh. I didn't understand it at first when I was sleepy. But then I realized that he was answering a question that I had mentally asked myself. Rude laughter resumed in the phone. You guessed right, it's going to be you. You. It's the spoil. I threw the receiver on the phone. My hands were shaking and my knees were trembling. A cold sweat broke out on my forehead. I looked at the red phone on the nightstand, covered with a white knitted napkin. Everything is so normal. I can't believe that now, in the middle of the night, there was a frantic conversation with something unknown. It's pitch black outside the window. And the silence is so silent, it's ringing in my ears. It was unnatural, as if everything had frozen in terror. And a second before the phone rang, I knew that the loud, penetrating call was going to ring again. I didn't pick up the phone. I unplugged the cord from the phone socket. Do you think it went away? Yes, it did, for about 30 seconds, and then it went off again with a rattling, disgusting ringing sound. I had to take the phone off to avoid waking up the neighbors. It's spoilage, again shouted the voice in the tube. And again eerie laughter. I'll take you away, I'll get you. I ran to the kitchen to get a hammer. Then I smashed the hell out of the phone. And while I was hitting it, I kept hearing a creepy, inhuman voice shouting curses at me and that he was coming to get me. I could only calm down when the phone was a pile of shards. I stood over it, breathing heavily, unable to understand what it was. But in my head, like a tape recorder, I kept hearing a creepy metallic voice. It's spoilage. Thank you for watching and supporting me. Subscribe to the channel, there will be many more interesting things.